Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Cmichelle, and today we are going to do a very minimal 10-minute out the door makeup look for every day using drugstore products. It's realistic, it's simplistic, but before we get started into the tutorial, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you share this video with someone you know who will benefit, like that mom, that friend that doesn't wear a lot of makeup but wants some makeup tips on how to look just simple and polished and like themselves but quickly. That working woman, share this with someone you know. All right guys, so let's jump right into the tutorial. I really hope you enjoy it. Hi friends. Okay, so let's start out with a fresh face, and I just have my black seed oil on as my moisturizer. I typically don't prime for everyday makeup. If you want to see my skincare routine, please click the iCard above. I go over in detail how I clear my skin. So let's start by moisturizing our lips so we have a smooth canvas for later when we're putting on our lipstick. I'm using the Burt's Bees Original Lip Balm. I love it. I love the smell of it, and I love how it leaves your lips all tingly. So I came across this fabulous find in the drugstore. It's the Full Spectrum CoverGirl Concealer. It's a brightening concealer. It's the closest thing I can find to my skin tone in the drugstore ever, but I mixed it with a little bit of a more yellow-based concealer, and then that will be my perfect shade. I tend to mix to get my shade. Every day, you guys, I don't wear foundation. Sometimes concealer does the trick, especially if I can find something that matches my skin tone perfectly. So after it's fully applied, I just let it sit and then I blend it out. So typically every day I don't wear eyeshadow, but I'll show you a little trick that I do. I add a little bit more concealer to my eyelids, and I'm going to blend that out and set it with some powder shortly. So now we're going to contour using my CoverGirl Queen Collection bronzer in Brown Bronze. And the reason why you see lines across it is because sometimes you have to kind of wake up the product and kind of scratch it a little bit. And the color is a very soft red based hue and just gives you that nice subtle warm glow. Remember earlier when I said we were going to set our eyelids later? Now is the time. Using this Wet n Wild palette, we're going to take this brown color, which is a transition color at the bottom, and you see how you can't really tell that I'm wiping something on my hand? That's perfect because we want it to be as flesh tone as possible. So when you're searching for eyeshadows, try to find something that can blend in with your skin perfectly. Muting out your eyelid will give you the perfect canvas. It will make your skin look so smooth. So I have pretty thick brows, so I like to gel them down to keep them in place, and I like to do it pretty early in the process so I can come back to it towards the end after it dries so I can fill them in. I am loving how natural and polished I look, so let's continue with some highlight. So this is a new highlight by CoverGirl. It's the True Blend Super Stunner. The color turned out to be really beautiful. It's more like a rose gold color. And I like to put the highlight a little bit into my brow bone as well so that whole area is highlighted. So at first I thought this highlight was going to be really glittery as far as like glitter chunks, but it's more finely milled than I thought, which is great because I didn't want a whole bunch of glitter on my cheeks. I just add a little to my cupid's bow and a little to my tear duct area, and then whatever's left on my finger I just kind of rub onto my eyelid. My friends, I think I found the best drugstore mascara ever, hands down. Thank me later, but it is the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in Carbon Black. They have another one that's like 5 times the volume. I've tried that also. They're equally as good. It is fantastic. It gives length, volume, drama to the lash. It's great. Like, look at the difference it makes with just one coat without the primer. The primer is amazing also if you wanted to try that. This is my favorite eyebrow pencil. I get it from the beauty supply store and it matches the color of my brows perfectly. Thumbs up if you're enjoying the video. I do the bare minimum to my brows. After I gelled them up, I just focus on the tails and concentrate all of the color towards the ends, brush it through, and move on to the next step. I keep my brows as simple as possible, especially for my everyday look. Okay guys, so this is the final look. What do you think? How do you like it? I personally love it. It is so simple. It is something that you can do very quickly and be in and out of the door. So I just wanted to share a few other products with you that are drugstore if you wanted to spruce up the look a little more. So here's another bronzer by Milani that is a really popular one. It is the Soleil Baked Bronzer. I'm not sure if they still make this, but here is the color right here. I didn't want to have glitter contour, glitter highlight, but if you aren't going to wear a highlight and you want to get the best of both worlds, get something like this that is a bronzer, and if you kind of work it up on the cheek slightly, then you can have both the highlight and the bronzer look. Another thing that you can do is line your eye. I personally love the Black Radiance Fine Line Liquid Liner. It is one of my favorites. It has been for years. And another thing to spruce up your look, if you want a little bit more or maybe less, you don't want to use the bronzer or the highlight, but you want some blush, this e.l.f. palette is amazing. This is the blush palette in dark. Like if I were to pick one for me today, I would probably pick something like that. That's a little bit more subtle. Put a little, like I can definitely see this color. I'm not sure if you guys can, but it's really subtle and it goes with my lip. It's not doing too much. And again, I just look completely polished and I look like myself. I hope that was helpful with the extra bonus tips on other products you can use that I personally didn't in this video because that's not a part of my everyday routine. And I forgot to invite you guys to follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting pictures of this look. And shout out to the person that requested this. Her name is Cmichellestyles. That's how I pronounce it. Let me know phonetically how to pronounce it in the comments. And if you guys have any other requests, please let me know that below in the comments also. Until next time, adios, besos.